We've gone a weep ninny bong. I'm Engineer Hoist, and welcome to our Transformers Earth Wars stream with the news. And welcome to everybody in the chat. We've got PB Chew, Philip Martin, Cuddy Fox, the Mercenary Terror, Damon Swinky, Oktar, Gen 1 Red Alert, a couple of our channel members. Thank you so much for your support. Unknown is here also. And Mr. Steeler joining us, and thank you watching the replay. So a little bit of news, and let's go talk about it. So first of all, you guys, I saw you guys talking in the chat saying the thumbnail didn't quite match because we've got some 85 bots and some 86 bots in there. I just picked it because it was G1, and I didn't. You could probably tell I just used their art. I don't do a whole lot of work creating. So, but yeah, good call about them. Not quite all being 84. It'd be interesting to see, since this is like the start of the saga, it'd be interesting to see what bots they end up choosing, if they have anything to do with 1984. Time will tell. All right, so that's the name of the event, Target 1984. Take part in this weekend's event to win up to 100 1984 crystals. I'm not sure that's where the name of the event comes from. I'm not sure what all's in there exactly. Well, I mean, we do have a list, but so there's the usual run of shards and spark also. Prestige event, usual Friday start time, usual Monday stop time, 50 prestiges with bonus experience. Got to meet all the same requirements to play in an event, same standard battle zones, and there are your prizes for each totalizer. So 1,000 points per prestige times 50 prestiges is 50,000 points as an individual to complete the event. Or you just get as far as you can and do what you can with the prizes that you get. You know, if you can make it to 50, good for you. But don't feel like you're failing if you're not able to. So here is what is in the 1984 crystals. So 5-star shards and combat shards, which is pretty good, and some chance for corporal, sergeant, or captain rank items. As you can see, most of what you're going to get is going to be the shards or the combat shards, because 6% chance for corporal, 3 for sergeant, and only a 1% chance for captain. Not saying it won't happen, but I wouldn't, I wouldn't bet on it. That's what I'd say. Yeah. So there you go. So 1984 is just kind of a random thing, I guess. So we did learn who the next 5-star batch is going to contain. So, melancholy. I'm just tired, dude. I'm very tired today. So yeah. But yeah. So we've got Alpha Trion and Tarn coming in. Wreck-Gar Junkheap. Those guys were released with the 5 stars. So they're in the batch for you if you were not one of the alliances who was able to make it. We've also got Afterbreaker and Flame War, Slug and Rampage, and Grapple and Dirtbag joining them in the next batch. So it's honestly it's getting kind of hard to get excited about these 5-star batches, just because they're coming anymore where half of them have already been released. And all of the really cool bots that would be nice as a 5-star pretty much already been put out. So now we're getting the likes of Slug and Rampage joining the crowd. Grapple and Dirtbag are okay. I'm not sure there's somebody really to chase. I haven't been paying attention to what the new buffs are going to be, if any. Afterbreaker, Flame War. I do like using Afterbreaker sometimes. He goes and real good for popping outposts. So the funniest thing I saw in this game was I used that Afterbreaker and it popped the Combiner outpost, and the Devastator was just running around in a circle trying to chase him. So I wish I got a video of that. That was so hilarious. But that was basically it wasn't in the newsletter, but I do want to say thank you to Wind Chaser and PB Chew for grabbing these for us. So we've got the new Cyberpass skins, which I don't know why they don't put stuff like this out in the newsletter. I mean, it seems like they're slacking anymore. But so yeah, Cybertron Jetfire and Reveal the Shield Lugnut. This is the Lugnut version that I have. I did not get a chance to get him out of storage or shelf or whatever. It's too messy in here, but yeah, I didn't get a chance to get him. Maybe we'll take, we'll be working towards these for the next couple weeks. But we'll see Lugnut. He's one of my favorite toys. But yeah, so there you go. So there's Cybertron Jetfire and Lugnut, and where did we go? So there's a picture of the Reveal the Shield Lugnut. Excellent toy. And there is the Cybertron Jetfire. So thank you to PB Chew, as always, informing the masses over here in our TF lore channel. So very cool. Let's see. Go ahead and bring this and head over here. And now it's time for our community corner. This is the stream submissions channel. If you want to participate in this, if you've got some Transformers art, or you want to show off some new bots that you got, or some, whether toys or in the game, come. Well, we open up a thread for every stream. Come on over and share. Super VH was very happy. Found the Studio Series Scourge. That is a very cool figure, I will say. The neck comes off a little too easy, but I mean, it doesn't fall off on its own, so it's fine. What did they say? Somebody found that it was named as Oliver or something. So apparently it was listed in some store's system as something like that. And it was apparently it was like a code name for the character. Oscar is what it was. I knew it was a O something or other. Let's see. So he also got himself the Nightmare Fuel figure of Transformers, known as Magmatron. I mean, he's cool combined in his robot mode, but oh my gosh, this one here in in alt mode is just, oh, I don't know who thought of that. We took a look at that a couple of weeks ago, and so if you go back and look at that, if you want to see my thoughts on that one. Let's see. Moorbot found the one called Oscar. Okay, even though Peter Dinklage, who voice storage didn't win any. Maybe that was wishful thinking. Oh, how did that song go? Open the door, get on the floor. Everyone do the magma sword. Singing is not my forte. Tired or not. And here's PB2 did a lug nut in the Reveal the Shield deco. So very cool. Actually, they did the. This is more of an atomic lug nut, which was the animator. I actually have. That's the animated lug nut I got. It was the atomic lug nut, and so that is what inspired the Reveal the Shield deco. So yeah, it's clear that it did. And Cuddy Fox coming in here, excited about the new bots. 5-star Rodimus Prime. And we've got Afterbreaker, who's in an interesting pose. And there is Grapple. I'm assuming that's a 5-star Afterbreaker. So very cool. I guess you'll just have to let us know how they work out. Let's see. And that was it for our community corner. Like I said, if you've got anything you want to contribute for next week or anytime in the future, link to the Discord is in the chat. Come on over there and look for the stream submissions channel. It'll have whatever the planned stream date is with stream submissions. It's a little ways down the list, but I'm sure you can find it. All right. And so that brings us back here to wrap things up. Like, share, subscribe, do all the things that you do as YouTubers, audience. You can go follow these very infrequently posted other social media channels. And we're going to roll credits to thank everybody for your support, including Red Alert and Oktar, who I know are in the chat. Thank you guys. And also thank you to everybody else here on the list as channel members. And thank you also to our moderators, such as PB Chew and Super VH and Wind Chaser and everybody else who help out here in the chat and in Discord. And we don't do crystals anymore because it's a duplicate parade anymore. I suppose I could, you know what? I do have one we could open. It's a guaranteed new bot. This was was this last week's? Oh, everything runs together anymore. This is Tasmania Kid. Let's go see what the story sounds like. The new pack begins to take shape. I can see that, Leo Prime. I just hope that we all live long enough to see the full lineup. The mood is indeed somber, Optimal Optimus, since the advent of Bomb Burst and all that entails, but who left that bucket of waste oil there? I mean, come on, it was almost inevitable someone would knock it over. And equally inevitable that someone would be me. That's all in my hair and everywhere. Someone might almost think it had your name on a rat trap. Upset anyone lately? Surely it's easier to work out who the verminous one hasn't upset. Listen, Chopper Breath, you better get out of my face before I drip on me. Look, I got some extra strength cleaning materials here. I don't know what Tasmania kid sounds like. Oh, wait. No, don't. What's happening to my hair now? All the color's running out. You have to dilute it. I thought you knew that. I think now Tasmania kid's in the mix. Your Maximals will see the lighter side of life. I assume there's more to him than just practical jokes. For sure, Taz is as streetwise as they come, on the battlefield where it counts. And trust me, that sonic scream of his is definitely no laughing matter. So there we go. Where would he be? He'd be at the bottom of the 3 stars. So there we go. The Alpha Swipe, Performance Swipe Strike that deals the electrical damage. The Omega Swipe. Okay, so if hitting a target under the effects of the water effect, which is the Omega Swipe, the duration of the water effect is reset. So likewise. So basically, so I haven't tried this out, obviously. So does that mean it extends it or does it cancel it? Extending it would be cool. Need to know which one he uses in Outposts. Yeah. PB2 says extends it. Okay, well that's cool. Yeah, I'm not sure if I can do that. Let me see if we can go over here to the test account, see if we can do that, because I don't quite have the resources to swap out. Oh, it says upgrade required, so no, I can't do that. I don't want to delay everybody. Let's see, where could we go? I guess it doesn't cost anything to reassign it. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Little twitchy finger. Now I gotta scroll again. All right. So there was a base trials. So yeah, let's go see if we can. Let's go drop.
Now, reap the whirlwind.
I see electricity there, and that would have been from Star Saber. There's a little bit of a glass gas component there too. I'm not sure what that is. Let's try. Something else that won't. So Optimus doesn't cause any, and neither does Sentius Magnus. So we'll try this again. Okay, so now there's no other way to do that, and so we had the glass gas because of the mine I've got here. I think I did see like a double electric So we'll give it a try. So if we see electric there, that'll give you that's the answer.
Till all are one. Now, reap the whirlwind.
Okay, yeah, they definitely saw some electric lightning bolts light up there when he did his swipe. So yeah, it's the is that the alpha that does the electricity? Let's see again. Alpha swipe does electrical damage, so it appears to be the alpha swipe is the one that the outpost does. Guaranteed alpha swipe in these very extensive trials that we just completed. I have in here Sentius Magnus, and I'm pretty sure I have Chromia up here. Yep. So there we go. All right. So what else? What else do you guys got? Knowing how Space Ape works, paddles could fit into the pack as well if you get an animal-based pot. Yeah, I wouldn't get your hopes up for paddles. Maybe if they end up bringing him out as a toy, then the chances would be more likely that he might show up in the game, but I highly doubt that you'll see it. I think Nickel will fit in Earth Wars. Love to see her, but yeah, I think Nickel would be cool. Not sure who would. They'd probably make her a combat bot. Yep, Ditto is right on the same wavelength here. Yeah, they would definitely, if Nickel came in, they would definitely bring her in as a combat bot. Medic is a good call too. What's the best defense bots to use? I haven't really been staying on top. I mean, that's why even though I put those outpost bot videos out a while ago, those were good at the time. Nowadays, there's so many differences and it changes constantly. It's hard to stay up to date on them. But any bot that throws out additional bots like Dinobot or Dinobot 2, Soundwave, Blaster is good. Chromia, Felbat with their shock tower, which stuns, is definitely good. Star Saber, Elita 1, they do their electrical, halting as well. Thundercracker, Silverbolt, they also stun, but it's generally limited to just a single bot. I think you might accidentally get two bots get hit, but usually it's just one. But it does stun you for a long time. It's terrible if you're trying to solo a base and you get hit by Thundercracker or Silverbolt. You just got to sit there and wait as your watch just soaks up all that damage, and you can't do a darn thing for 15 seconds. Cosmos, Mind Wipe, because when they pop out, they'll hack your bots. It will then turn and fight against them. If you're trying to solo a base, again, this basically stops all progress. And even worse, if you do one of those things, like say you just rush a bot out in front, like maybe to the headquarters, and there's an outpost, it's a Cup or Elita 1, Dead End, type of that. If they pop Cosmos or Mindwipe and they get hacked, they will make them walk all the way back to where the other bots are, and so you would have basically just missed in all of that. PBQ saying Dirge is in there as a backup. Also, yeah, that would be also Blades. That also does a little bit of a hack. So yeah, a lot of good bots. You need to think more about what their abilities and what they do, not just about the damage or the power. For example, that's why if you go back and look at my worst outpost bots, number one is healers. That is still the number one worst outpost bot to put in, worst type of a bot to put in is a medic. Don't ever put medics in there. I don't think it's so much anymore, but certainly at the beginning of the game, the healing was very important to the overall bot power. So people who didn't understand the game yet would see, hey, look, Ratchet has the highest overall power out of all of my bots. I'm going to put him into the outpost. But it doesn't really do anything. So yeah. Combat bots, man. I don't even know which ones to use. Honestly, just I would just say whichever ones that you get, put them on the bots that you use regularly. There are some that are better than others. Any of the what do they call it? Companion bots has the little cassette up there. It would be desirable. Ravage, if you look back at when Ravage first came out, that would be the difference between a win and a loss, is having Ravage be on in the outpost. So you also have bots like Air Razor and was it Tonbot and Growl for sure. Any of the little companion bots, because again, like Soundwave or Blaster or Gnaw is another one that throws out the extra bots. Having that extra little combat bot that's a companion is just one more thing to distract your bots from trying to make progress forward. So, yeah, I would say for outposts, definitely want to have like the companion type of bot. And Growl is the one. Who is it for the? Who's it for the Autobots? I forget. Is it Firelight? No. You guys will tell me before I look it up. Sidetrack? Yeah. Yeah, Sidetrack. So there he is there, because he's got a crazy amount of health and can cause a pretty good amount of damage from range. If he happens to die, if he soaks up all of that 8,640 or whatever the damage is, he then transforms into his robot mode with the basically the same amount of health and 10 seconds of immunity and 4 times the damage. This guy's a beast, so that's definitely probably the number one combat bot if you can get him. So whichever 5-star combat batch that he's in, that's probably the one you should focus on if you're going ever for your first 5-star combat. So, hey, Soldier, what's up? It's your boy Soul. They did nerf him by not having him fight the headquarters, but he's killer combat for an outpost. Okay, well, he doesn't fight the headquarters, so yeah, I guess so. That basically, because there's times where other Lionizer and Catgut for the Decepticons is a bot that acts as a sword. I have my Lionizer on Alita and my Catgut on Lugnut. They act as a sword, if your bot happens to die, they will hop down, transform, and continue to fight as their little lion/cat mode. So, yeah, it's it's good. I've actually won some battles with just that combat bot left. Where can you get that hat? Was it Spring Store? There should be a link in the description, I think. I may be wrong. Put 5-star sidetrack on 5-star Slash, both in the outpost. Slash has her, yeah. So when she goes invisible, yeah, that's a good another good outpost spot. Yeah, cool. Let's see. Found it. Awesome. Where is it? There we go. I'll give you one of these too. That's so fun to do. It's so silly. Oh, yeah. Managed to get a couple figures this week. First up, I wasn't going to get this guy. But as usual, I go to the store and I see it sit there. And then I leave it with it. And it's the Target Optimus Prime. I get lots of my Transformers from Target over there, so it's cool. I mean, it's shoulder pads Prime with the standard Optimus trailer, and it comes with a package. It's a kind of difficult to see, but it does have. It's basically the same image of Bullseye there on the cassette. We'll call it a package because I mean he's like delivering a package. And this is basically Siege Ravage, who is acting as Bullseye. So it's actually kind of cute. So we'll go ahead and get him transformed. There we go. So there we go. We have Bullseye, or Ravage cosplaying as Bullseye. It's only got the bullseye on the one eye. So that's the way the dog's supposed to be. So there you go. So this just makes it worse. So all those people who refer to Ravage as a dog when he's clearly a jaguar, or a cat of some type. I mean, when you see him, he's clearly a cat, and there's so many people, maybe not so much anymore, but they would call him a dog. So this just muddies the water by using his toy as a dog. But there you go. Yeah. So there's Bullseye. The trailer is the standard trailer. Interestingly, so this is the eye. So this is supposed to be his other eye that's not supposed to have a bullseye. I mean, I understand why they did it. They just did a mirror image of it on on the side of the truck. But and standard, you got the Target logo there too. Standard Optimus Prime trailer. Still has the little repair bay droid. Pretty simple for Optimus. Basically just all red, and he's got the little Target logos on his doors. You guys have seen Laser Optimus shoulder pads prime. We're going to call him target pads, just because of, he's target. It's like shoulder pads, portmanteauing shoulder pads and target pads prime. Oh goodness gracious! Rotate this around. Arms. Come around. Hold this back a little. Not all the way though. Send this back a little bit because we got to get those up in there. There we go. And then that closes. These come around. Get it set up around the place. There we go. And there's target pads prime. Got a nice little target. Oh, you don't see him all the way. There you go. He's got a little target logo there on his grill. Autobot symbols there on his chest. He does have his Matrix accessory. It's appropriately painted red and white, kind of like as a bullseye there. So he has the Matrix of Target. No weapons, no sword, no gun. Just a dog. And a cranky repair bay droid. Yeah, so there you go. There is Target Prime. The other thing that came in was the first one from this next wave of Legacy United. This is Nucleus. Do not call him Nucleus. It's Nucleus. Just like it's nuclear, not nuclear. People. One of my little pet peeves. But yeah, Nucleus. They did spell him a little different than like the actual nucleus of an atom. He added like the OUS, so it's, but still, I'm sure pronounced Nucleus there. But it's actually really cool. I mean, he's clearly based on the Magnius, also spelled with the OUS, actually EOUS. So they're kind of paralleling that. Speaking of that, I did manage to get him out for comparison. Very different. I mean, they're basically they share the same engineering, but there's almost nothing that's the same part. I mean, honestly, looking at it all, I think really just kind of like this arm piece right here is probably the only thing that's the same. Maybe some other parts like the the upper legs and stuff like that. So there might be a few other things in there, but almost all of the main molded pieces are completely new. And he's got a really nice. He's got some, the shiny silver here on a couple of pieces. He's got the nice gold. It's not super shiny, but it's still nice. Yeah. So go ahead and transform this guy. These pieces come off, and you plug them together. And that becomes kind of like a club or like a double ice cream cone, I suppose. Really big double ice cream cone. And let's see. what's the best way to do this? Go bring these around. Joints are still pretty tight, so not a whole lot of mold degradation there. Oh yeah, he's got a nice silver underwear too. This piece definitely tends to come off a little bit more. It doesn't tab on there when you, just because the joints are so tight, it doesn't have the holding power there. The other side's not too bad. And so there's the arms. Bring the head up. Bring these in. And then bring that all down. It's still a very cool move. How normally you would just like fold it over, but this one just kind of double hinges. So you're basically still looking at the underside of the car. It's just all folded in. So very cool. I made mention of that when Magnius came out with that move. Still think it's cool. So there is Nucleus. You know, this is the one, the little side piece. He's meant to come apart because he's, you know, not a weaponizer, not an armorizer, not a fossilizer. They don't actually have a special name. The rockalizers, or you know, whatever. I don't know. The Junkions, I don't think they had a special name. What was it? Evo Fusion or whatever. I don't think this one ever got a name, but it's the same kind of deal. They come apart and they can become weapons for other bots. The nice thing about, I like what they've kind of done. It's armorizer. Okay. So I like how they've kind of done with these guys, and also they started it with the Junkions, where they have that feature, but you still can transform them without having to take apart the figure. I mean, yeah, some parts can come, you know, pop off, and like even his back, same thing like with Magnius, you can take that off, and then he can hold that as like a shield or something. But yeah, I mean, that's a pretty cool looking head. He's got a little Cyclops visor type of thing going on there, and it's really neat. You know, it is sharp looking too. You know, not with all the gold and the silver. Yeah, I definitely recommend this guy. I mean, if you didn't get Magnius, get Nucleus. Even if you did get Magnius and you wanted something a little more than just like the drab rock car, this guy is definitely a good upgrade. So. And we're getting a blue one with Thundertron soon, aren't we? Yeah. Was that ever officially announced? I know there was leaks all over the place where it's like a new Thundertron with more of with the head. I think the Thundertron, the head is supposed to be more closely to the original Prime figure. And then, yeah, there is a blue version of this guy. I think is, again, different, at least a different head than either of these two. And there was something else supposed to come with that, too. I forget. Is that like a combat bot or something? Supposed to come with that set? A lot of tight joints on these guys. I don't think that's all. And he just came with his little axe thing, which you could also use on the front. We showed that, and then of course his back comes off. I know that's not tabbed in there quite right. Good enough for government work. All right, so there we go. So there is Nucleus and Magnus in robot mode. For some reason, my Magnus doesn't want to chest tab in. But yeah, it's kind of hard to see just because of how dark Magnus is. But you can see like the leg panels are very vastly different. I mean, completely redone. The heads are different. He's got extra bits here. He basically got some extra shoulder armor because it's that's like the spikes that were in the front of the vehicle, whereas Magnus is a little bit more solid. But so, yeah, big difference. Big difference. If you only need one, honestly, I would pick Nucleus. So that Thundertron. He's also got a wrap out repaint based on some guy in RAD-15. Yeah. Somehow in shelves. Interesting. I think that's all for now. There's some of the stuff we pre-ordered a while back is coming soon. I think I've got something due in on Monday. I want to say it's the Deluxe Insecticons that were part of that Amazon set. I think they got moved up. I think they're due in on Monday. Might be later. Sometimes they'll move it up and then delay it again after all. But so by next week, we ought to have some more toys to take a peek at too. Hoping to see Ratbat in the game still. Had him pair with Graffy. Yeah, that's interesting. Ratbat's he would definitely be a combat bot for sure. I mean, if we did the G1 version versus like the IDW, but yeah, or at least because you had the whole Senator Ratbat. He was more normal sized bot back in the pre-war times, but then he did eventually end up in that little bat body as a Soundwave's companion. So, any news on Tidal Wave arriving? I think his date got moved up as well, but not like right around the corner. It's still a few weeks away. So. And we'll be doing a live stream opening, destroying my set. When he shows it, just like we've been doing with all the Titans. So. That's a good question. What would I say is the most expensive Transformer that I have? Unicron. That was easy. That's the HasLab Unicron. I got it from the HasLab, so I paid the normal HasLab price. That's the most expensive. Will I be eBaying anymore? Yeah, I just haven't got around to it. It's it's some work to do, and I'm always hesitant because there's tax implications and trying to keep track of all of that. It's not I'm one of those people that worries about that kind of stuff. So because I don't like being surprised later on, So, and honestly, we've talked about it before. I've been kind of caught up with other video games lately. So you better not sink the setup. All right, that's it. Out. I'm just kidding. Oh no, that was a good one. Yeah, it was after Unicron, the most expensive. I think honestly, after him, the most expensive is I overpaid because I paid the late tax for Fans Toys Thomas, their Astro Train, and then naturally they did a second run of it for less than I paid shortly after. But there's no guarantees that it was going to do that, and I definitely wanted it because Astro Train is one of my favorite Decepticons, at least, if not characters overall, and they did a really good version of them. So I would say my second most expensive single Transformer after Unicron would be Fans Toys Thomas. So not many others were over 200 or anything. There's plenty that were over 100 in that $150 range, like all the Titans for sure. Masterpiece, Beast Wars, Megatron, and actually G1 Megatron, and I think Dinobot were all pushing 200 or so. I couldn't bring myself to get that MP44 Optimus. It was almost $500. I got what's basically the MP10. It was a Hasbro version that they sold at Toys R Us back in the day, but it's basically MP10. I got that. That's fine. That's my Masterpiece Optimus. I've slowed down on picking up some of the Masterpiece stuff. I mean, obviously, I had to get that Masterpiece Hoist when it came out. I'm considering Lift Ticket as well. That's the red version of Hoist. I'm considering getting Lift Ticket. No guarantee. And that's one it doesn't show up on shelves, so that's not one that I can impulse purchase. Plus, also the price it'll be at is not something that I ever would impulse purchase. So, Magmatron. We'll get there in a minute. I thought Magmatron was high in price too. Well, he was Commander class, and it was the standard price for Commander class. It was established with Siege Jetfire, that new class of larger than Leader, but not quite Titan class, and it comes in a little under $100, right about $90. So it started with that. So the Jetfire definitely was worth that size class. Skylynx was in that size class, definitely worth that class. Magmatron was worth it. Motormaster was worth it because he came with the trailer, which was basically most of Menasor. Rodimus Prime is the only one that I think a lot of people would criticize because it's still mostly just Rodimus with just the trailer that doesn't do much other than open up. Studio Series Ultra 86 Ultra Magnus was Commander class, and I think that was worth the price point. I don't think they've announced it yet, but there's rumors of an Optimus Prime coming out as a Commander class set. And I have a feeling it's going to be similar to the Rodimus, where he's still going to be like the normalish size with a trailer and maybe some extras or whatever. So I can definitely see some criticisms from there. I mean, it's one of those things where it's like if it makes sense to be there, then that's fine. But don't put something that should be a leader and just add a few things and call it a commander, or like leader class Shockwave in Siege. That was like probably the first example of it, where you had basically a Voyager class figure, if that, but they added parts. Blitzwing was another one where they just added parts just to make it fit into like a leader class price point. And I'm sure that came with the fact that like the engineering costs a little too much to justify only being a Voyager, so they added a little extra. I'm sure there's business reasons like that. They just don't share it. So anyway, most important rules of setup and Transformers toys: don't let them sink your setup. That's very true. Wonder if they will be doing Big Convoy. Hope they keep it that name and not something like Big Prime. It'll be interesting because Convoy is like I'm sure you're well aware. Convoy is what they call Optimus Prime in Japan, and that's why anytime you have like what, was it like Leo Prime? Wasn't he like Leo Convoy over there? So it's possible, prepare yourself for that possibility if they bring him over. I don't know if I've ever seen Hasbro use Convoy name for anything. Yeah, Leo Convoy, and here he's Leo Prime. So yeah, prepare yourself if they do bring big Convoy. You probably called what they'll called out what they'll be naming him. So you never know. You never know. Well, folks, I think I'm going to go ahead and head on out of here. Started the show, saying I was tired, but yeah, we're here, and I'm not any less tired than when we started. So, yeah, we'll be heading out of here. Oh, we got a few more things. They renamed Fire Convoy to Optimus Prime. Yeah. No bashing setups, right? Beast Wars Uprising called him Slameth. All right, now that's actually kind of a pretty funny name. I would rather. I would love to have something named that. I mean, I don't know. I'm trying to think if there was any other. Anyway, there's some good names, and I think Slameth would be a really good one. It's kind of hard to say, or funny to say. It's fun anyway. Well, that's gonna do it. We'll leave it on. We'll leave it on the Slameth. I mentioned always keep on, my friends. We'll see you next time.